Hey, what's up guys? It's Maverick here, and welcome back to another episode of the Misfit of Demon King Academy. So, we finally get to meet the humans, right? Which really don't look all that different from demons, if you ask me, but hey, it means we're a little bit closer to understanding what happened 2,000 years ago with Annas, and all in between, as well as what exactly happened with the hero canon, which is turning out to be quite an intriguing situation as well. Supposedly he was killed and then reincarnated, but the reincarnation isn't really him. It's kind of messy, right? And honestly, I'm even very dubious as to why something like this, which is supposed to be a very it should be shocking news, and yet it seems to be commonplace knowledge, courtesy of the other students that we saw last episode. So, we'll see about that, right? It has to be all related somehow. I think what we can say right now is that there are factions within the human kingdom, the human domain, that don't really like the idea of humans and demons coexisting peacefully, right? And that's why they hatched this entire plan to, I guess maybe weaken the demons, weaken their authority, weaken Annis's authority and whatnot, and then potentially, now that the wall has dropped and humans and demons are able to see each other again, potentially ignite a spark that will bring these two to war once again. And one of that factors is probably going to be in these upcoming episodes, where we have this inter-academy event going on between the demons and humans. So, with that being said, let's just jump right into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. I guess this girl is gonna turn out into someone important, eh? I kind of forgot her name already, to be honest. Huh. Well, tough shit. Why should he care? If you want to say this kind of stuff, you gotta back it up. Gotta back it up. And here I was just thinking why the outfits of the humans also follow a similar color scheme to that of the demons. Like within the demons, we see that those in red are the royals, right? Whereas those that are white, dressed in white, are like the commoners. I just realized we actually do get to see that Avos character in the opening. Alright, let's get down to business. Inter-academy exams. Oh. You're a reincarnation as well? Okay, so now I want to see in terms of. Yeah, so, yeah, there is a sort of. Yeah. I said this last episode, right? I feel like those that are. Okay. Yeah, so why does that. Why does that girl know? Hope and prayers. But what I was actually trying to see in terms of the demonstration was whether or not the magic of the demons could actually be on par with those of the humans. Hmm. Okay, so there's a little bit of a romance going on between these two. A spirit and a swordsmaster. Once again, tying in with the legend. is gonna pick something and then give it as a present to you. So one for each. Yay! Okay. What now? Yeah, so these two have an actual relationship 2,000 years ago, right? That's a little bit too fast. Come on, they're just having a little... Oh well, it's cute. Hmm. Then show your powers, dude. Oh, okay, he's actually a little bit more reasonable this time. He's not talking about, no, I can't let a misfit represent the academy. It's more, you know, we were the ones taunted, so let us fight for it. Okay, I can respect that. This seems like a reasonable dude. And they're like, you can't do that with war magic. Oh? looks like this teacher is a little bit also on the right path, eh? Although I don't... Was that Annis's? Although it's kind of hard to say with Annis. Annis is probably gonna help by, like, whispering to him, maybe? Or are they actually going to do this all by themselves? Jamming? Holy water. So Annis and his team are probably going to try and destroy that holy water. So I guess even with holy water. Okay, barrier. Looks like it's not enough. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Oh. Because it's holy water. Alright, Annis. Well, why would she hate him then? Anna's just like, okay, I'll take you up on the offer. Ah, this dude. He's gonna say. I think this is the first time that he's actually gone wild. Okay, well at least you guys have some guts. The Holy Sword? Or Canon? Something like that? Oh, Eleanor. Don't worry, he's standing right there. Your ancestor is standing right there. Alright. See you guys after this. Alrighty, so there we began the clash of the humans and demons. To be honest, they were really much more upfront about their own trickery and tactics than I was expecting. I was more thinking of maybe this is going to be a more behind-the-scenes kind of thing and driving tensions between the humans and demon academy students and whatnot, eventually breaking out into war, right? But, well, I guess they are taking a more straightforward approach here. Although I guess part of that is also due to Annis as well. And we see at the very end there, that's probably Eleanor, right? And considering, so the lady that, the girl we saw last episode who seemed to know some truth about what canon actually means, or what actually happened to him, so that isn't actually common knowledge. That girl, Eleanor, is kind of special. Considering what we learned in this episode, I'm going to venture a guess and say Eleanor might be the reincarnation of the human spirit sword, or whatever that is, right? And supposedly going to be willed by the hero canon in order to defeat Annis. Or, hey, who knows, maybe she is herself also a reincarnation of canon. Nobody ever said that the reincarnation had to be of the same sex, right? So, yeah, we'll see about that. With that being said, though, I still have my doubts about Rei and Misa here, right? So, yeah, sure, we got a cute little episode in this one between them, their budding relationship and all that, but, I don't know, even though logically, Rei should be the reincarnation of Annis's right-hand man, right? It really fits. His original right-hand man was a swords master, and he did say that he wished to serve Annos eventually again in reincarnation or something like that. And it would make sense, right? They're a demon, he's a demon, and to be reincarnated at around the same time and also being able to find Annos, like, that totally is... There shouldn't be any big question about that. But I just feel like the fact that they are not coming out and directly saying it, and instead, still to this point, sort of making his true identity kind of a secret identity, if you will. And same with Misa as well. It just leads me to believe that they're... I don't know. To me, I'm still not entirely convinced that that is not actually Canon's reincarnation. I think it would also make sort of sense in that. I've been sort of flip-flopping throughout these past few episodes, like, okay, yeah, maybe he is Rey's Anna's right-hand subordinate, maybe he's actually canon. I feel like in this one, though, also learning about the sort of, the sort of story between the Holy Sword and then the Spirit Sword and canon and whatnot, and then seeing, Misa and Rey blossom this relationship, hard to say. I'm still not entirely convinced. That's all I can say on this matter. So, we are actually going to see Anna's getting a little bit serious here, right? To be honest, I was more expecting, since I think by this point we've already made quite clear that there's somebody behind the scenes trying to pull both nations, or both, what should I call them? Both races along, right? And most probably they are of the human race. I was fully expecting the demons to actually not be able to be on par with the humans magic-wise, right? I thought they would have been deliberately sabotaged and whatnot so that their magical growth is stunned. I talked about that last episode, right? Annas himself was quite shocked at the low quality of magic that these academy students were using. So I thought they were going to be completely crushed by the humans in any sort of exam. But as it turns out, even though they were crushed, it was mostly because of these underhanded methods and tactics, right? It was all sabotage, and not like what I was thinking was more even in an very honest, straight up 1-versus-1 battle, the demons would lose because their magic abilities had been sabotaged throughout these 2,000 years. But apparently not so. So we'll have to see about that. And if they really did not actually think to sabotage their magical growth, I gotta say, that's a pretty dumb plan overall. You got 2,000 years to do things and you can't even do this right? Like, come on, man. But I guess this actually gives the demons a little bit of a fighting chance here, right? So yeah, next episode, well, what can we expect? It's probably going to be Anna's carrying the day again, although since I'm assuming this is probably the last arc of this series, who knows, maybe he will get into a little bit of trouble, especially once Eleanor also appears as well, this secretive, holy weapon, or secret weapon. Who knows, it might just give Anna's a little bit of a headache here, right? The one thing that I feel is really having to make me have suspension of disbelief here is definitely in how both sides are treating Annas here. Like, come on, he is literally heads and shoulders above everyone else in his magical abilities, to a point where even instructors are completely shocked by the magical abilities that he can possess and he can utilize. How both sides are still treating him as just your normal student is, like, beyond me. Like, they have all got to be completely stupid in order to do something like this. Like, sure, fine, I can get the idea that, okay, it's been instilled in their beliefs that, the royalists are supposed to be the all high and mighty and whatnot, but power talks, right? And you can clearly see that there is a world of difference between them. It's not like he's just a little bit more powerful. He is way more powerful, to the point of being incomprehensible. And how, like, alarm should have been going off through both sides as to who Annas actually was, his true identity and whatnot. So how they are still not actually making a big deal out of this, I'm just like, well, okay, fine. Otherwise, I would think that we'd be escalating the situations a lot faster, and for both sides, basically, and trying to, on the human side, I guess it depends on who's actually behind the scenes pulling the strings, right? Maybe actually accelerate the plans and try and raise the war between humans and demons and whatnot, and on the demon side, really sort of reflecting on what they've been doing for these past 2,000 years. But, that's just how the story goes, I guess. In any case, that's episode 9 of the Misfit of Demon King Academy. I'll see you guys next week as well. Bye-bye.